Sure, everything's rolling. Green check marks everywhere. You gotta put that attendance in the chat. Oh, all right. It went through. Uh, da, 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 da. Uh-huh. Let me see this real quick. Uh-huh. I'm gonna share this to the group, y'all. Either one of y'all can pull this up for the reading. All right, that's what we're gonna do, man. That should do it. So it goes up to 11. All right, let's clap this up. All right, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Barakathum to the Akim. Yahweh Shema Alatham Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah to the Akwakim. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge on the Eastern Shore of Maryland and Baltimore. It's our Wednesday night biblical law class. All right, we're going to be going over some things in the news. Going to be going over some biblical law. Breaking down some things in this Bible in an attempt to save the minds of the Lord's true chosen people. You understand? Which we know are the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, we're going to go lies and the misconceptions that have been taught to us by the oppressor and the Christian church. We're going to clear up all of these things, man, and hopefully, we'll be able to improve our condition in this earth. All right. So we're going to jump right into it. There was we definitely, yes, to answer your question, user, yes, we do. You'd be wrong, Mailstorm or whatever your name is. So what we're going to do is, does anybody have any questions first? Anybody got any biblical questions before we get into the topic? Anything? Any questions about what the hell's going on in the earth and things like that? All right, good, because this is a class. This isn't a sermon. This isn't, this is kind of more back and forth. It's an interactive class, all right? Now, we do expect a high degree of decorum and discipline, and order. So you got a question, just raise your hand and we'll deal with it, all right? If we ask a question, don't just blurt out an answer. Raise your hand and we'll call on you like that, all right? Just like in school, all right? So basically, I guess it was last week. I guess it was June 19th. There was a House bill that was passed or signed into legislation by the governor of Louisiana. All right. And it's funny because like when I first heard it, I thought it was a joke, but it turns out that it was an actual thing. Like this is an actual law. I believe it was HB 71 or House Bill 71. All right. And basically what that bill mandates is that for all public schools, every classroom in a public school, all right, every classroom in a public school has to have a poster-sized display of the 10 Commandments. All right. Now, I mean, that's kind of odd, coming from, the government, for them to make this push. And it's like, well, what's the point? Like, are they trying to push biblical law? Are they trying to, push biblical concepts and morals and values? Is that what the emphasis is? Is that the whole point of it is? No, that's not it. That is not your governor's, what's his name? Governor Jeff Landry. That is not his yeah, that was not his objective. It isn't to teach the Bible. All right. He wants it in there because it's wild because his stance is that it's the foundation of law, right? Moses' law, the 10 Commandments. You understand the law that he got from the Most High, wrote it on the damn tablets, and that's how law, like that's the beginning, and from his perspective, the beginning of how laws are created, and that's how our government has come up with laws. You understand? So it's kind of an homage, so to speak, to Moses, and the whole thing about it is that it's all just, you would think that every Christian would cheer this on, right? Like you would think that the Christians would be satisfied and well, hell yeah, let's get them 10 Commandments up in them schools, man, right? And the interesting thing, he wants a poster size joint, like not just some little piece of paper on, like he wants it like big enough where you can read it from anywhere in the class, which is again, it's interesting. So it had me thinking, like, what's, as far as the 10 Commandments go, like surely Christians would support this. Surely everybody would just be okay with this. But no, there's a lot of pushback. You understand? He's already being sued for trying to do this. You understand? Like it's not a thing that it's a split thing. You know what I mean? Some people are like, yeah, that's a good thing. And then the other half of the people are like, no, this is a terrible thing. You can't be putting the 10 Commandments in schools, huh? You can't. But what about the other religions and things like that? You can't expose them to things like this. You can't try to what do they say? You can't try to encourage them. You know what I mean? To like lean towards this. So it's become controversial, right? Um, so we're dealing with a funny little situation, man, where what's going to happen, who knows? But I thought it was interesting to at least explore what the 10 Commandments are, because the Christian church teaches this thing about how the law is done away with and things like that. So they don't keep the laws of the Bible. The Bible, there's about 613 laws that to be kept in the Bible. It's a lot of them, right? And all of them hinge on brotherhood and serving the Most High, right? But there's 10. Like Christians say, no, all I got to do is keep the good 10. Ain't that what they say? The Christians will say, like, no, we just got to keep the 10 Commandments, and then there are all those other laws, because in amongst the 10 Commandments, it doesn't say don't eat pork. You understand? So like we can eat pork, we can eat shrimp, crab, and it's one of the 613 laws, but it's not one of those 10 laws. So we don't have to keep that one. Does everybody understand that? So the laws that aren't in the 10 Commandments, Christians feel like they get to disregard and ignore and just act like they don't exist, and they conduct themselves as such. So this is what we're looking at. This is what we're dealing with, right? So we're going to get into the 10 Commandments. We're going to break them down one by one. We're going to see what each of them mean. And we're going to see, even in examining the Christian church or what we've been taught in Christianity, if we're even keeping the damn 10 Commandments inside of Christianity. You understand? Like Christians have already done away with, damn, what's 613 minus 10? 603? So they do, you know what I mean? So off rip, they do away with 603 of the law. So now they got what, 10 to keep. Let's see how many of these 10 are even being kept up inside the Christian church according to the doctrine that they teach, and the culture and the lifestyle that they endorse. All right. So we're going to get it out of the Bible, right? The book of Exodus, chapter 20. And we can actually start at verse 1. I appreciate the share, Miss Universe. If y'all got any questions, man, y'all just go ahead, throw them in the chat, man. If time allow, I'll get to all of them. You there? All right.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And God spake all these words, saying,
Go ahead.
Verse 2.
Go ahead.
I am the Lord thy God,
Uh-huh.
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Go ahead.
out of the house of bondage.
See, here's the thing. We got to remember, too, like this is something that you're going to struggle with inside, like to comprehend inside of the Christian church. Read verse 2 again.
I am the Lord thy God.
Say that again.
I am the Lord thy God.
This is the Most High is talking to the children of Israel. You understand? He says, I am the Lord thy God, your God. You understand? Like it's me. What is it? We all we got. Like it's like this is a very personal relationship with the Most High and the children of Israel. He says, I'm your God. Read.
Which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Who did he bring out of the land of Egypt? If anybody wants to think that this is all inclusive and this is for everybody in the whole wide world, who did he bring out of the land of Egypt? Aliyah? Yeah, the Israelites, the children of Israel, right? Everybody knows the story. Read.
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. Like, don't forget that, like, you remember what I did for you? Huh? You remember how y'all were suffering and dying and I bailed you out? Keep reading.
Verse 3.
This is the first commandment. Read.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Read that again.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
All right, so there we got we got the poster size list of 10 commandments, right? And the very first one says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." All right. Well, in America, you know what I'm saying? And do they put other gods before the Most High? Huh? Do they worship and serve other gods? In the Christian church, do they worship and serve other gods? Damn. We're only at the first one. Again, that's because maybe we don't know. In the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohana, we go into the history of all of these holidays like Christmas. And we learned that Christmas is, the worship of some Roman god or some Roman situation called Saturnalia. You understand? Like it's the worship of a Roman god. Like this is a pagan custom. This is heathen traditions. So when the Most High's children are celebrating Christmas, we are worshiping other gods. Huh? We're acknowledging other gods and we are doing the traditions and the behaviors to serve them. The same thing for New Year's. Huh? New Year's is your church celebrates New Year's. Huh? America celebrates New Year's, which is historically, you go back, it's rooted in the pagan celebration and worship of Zeus and Kronos, like Father Time. Like these are pagan gods. These are gods that Romans worshipped. These are gods that Greeks worship. That our God told us don't worship those gods. But this is common. This is society's norms to celebrate in these festivities and to participate in the worship of these gods. In the Israelite School of UPK, man, we get ostracized by society because of our opting out of these traditions and these practices. The Valentine's Day, you understand? With Cupid. Cupid is was he a Greek god? He's the son of Venus and Mars, the goddess of love and the god of war. That's why he shoots arrows into hearts. These are the Greek gods that we worship when we just celebrate the holidays that the oppressor celebrates. Does everybody understand that? If you're celebrating the holidays that the oppressor celebrates, you are worshiping other gods. You can't even get through the first commandment. For time's sake, we'll move on. If anybody got any questions about any of this, just throw it in the chat. Y'all said they love this stereo. Come on, man. Keep reading.
Verse 4.
Read.
Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
We shall not do what?
make unto thee any graven image
Keep reading.
or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above.
All right, so this is talking about when you take and make think about verse like the first one where it's saying we're not supposed to worship other gods. Well, how would these other nations worship these other gods? Oh, they would make images of them. You understand? They would make a damn statue of a bull and worship that bull. They will make statues of dogs, you understand, and worship those dogs. They will make all kinds of idols, you understand, and worship those idols. That's what that graven image is. It's idol worship. Well, again, keep reading. We'll get it. It says nothing in heaven. So again, Egyptians, to the Egyptians, the sun is a god called Ra. You understand that? They worship the sun. They worship the stars. They worship the moon. They worship, the birds. They worship beat. Keep reading. We'll get the rest of them. We'll get why he's saying this. Read.
Or that is in the earth beneath.
Or that's in the earth beneath. So they're going to work. The other nations are worshiping the things in the sky. The things that they see in the sky. Then they were worshiping things that they see on earth, the animals. You understand? They were worshiping the damn the dogs, the jackals. You understand? The all kinds of things. And anything that moved, they worshiped. All the creations. Read.
Or that is in the water under the earth.
Or the things in the water. They would make idols out of whales and fish and like anything. Like that's what that's what primitive people do. They worship things that they see. And the Most High told us not to do those things. So again, when we take that Christmas tree out of the damn forest and put it in the house, fasten it to the floor with nails, and then decorate it and put lights on it, and you put gold on it, and then you come and you're putting presents underneath of it. I mean, these are pagan customs, man, that are idol worship. These are the things that the Most High told us not to do. Now, I know someone in the chat's going to say, well, you got a star. You got a star on your, y'all. That's an idol. Use it. All right. One, we don't worship this. That's strike one. Two, it's not a star. You understand? A star is if you know anything about science, a star is just a sphere. It's a ball of light. You understand? That's two. Three, this isn't even a star. Like this is the signature of King David. All right. This is if you know anything about Paleo Hebrew, this is two das. You understand? His name is Dawadah in Hebrew, and it's literally just this is a da, right? In Hebrew. That's like the sound Dawadah. It's literally just two of these flipped upside down on each other, so that it's like a signature. You might have a parent that if you're young or whatever, you might have a signature that doesn't spell every letter of your name, does it? Some of you might just have a big letter and then just a little line, boom. The first letter of your name and then just a little stroke across. It's a signature. It's a signet. You understand? And it's something that would be worn on rings and things like that to seal envelopes and things like that. It's a badge, so to speak. All right. It's not a star. We don't worship idols. God is against that. You understand? So we don't do that in the ISUPK. But in America, well, I mean, what are all the idols we worship in America besides the Christmas tree? Huh? It's one of getting ready to get glazed next week. There is an idol. Anybody think of what idol is about to get glazed next week here in America? I'm one. The American flag. Give that brother a hand. He knows what he's talking about. You can learn what idols are, and you can learn to not worship them. The American flag is an idol that gets worshiped by the very congressman who wants to put these laws in the classrooms. Irony much? And if you don't think that the damn flag is an idol that gets worshipped, I'll tell you what, the next time the national anthem starts playing, don't stand up. Don't stand up. Don't put your hand over your heart. The next time the Pledge of Allegiance gets recited, don't take your hat off and pledge your allegiance to what? I, I pledge allegiance to the. Someone finish it. Go ahead. I pledge allegiance to the what? I pledge allegiance to the what? America is all about idol worship. You understand? That damn eagle, that eagle that they worship. Oh man, that bird. You can't. You better not touch a bald eagle. You going away from here, man. You going. You gonna serve time. You get caught hurting that eagle, man. That bald eagle. We got to do better. Look, we can't even get through two. We can't even get through two of the commandments without identifying all kinds of hypocrisy. You understand? Aliyah, I want you to get Luke 12:1 if I could, Baba Kasha. I'm gonna want you go ahead and keep reading here in Exodus if we could.
Verse 5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
Thou shalt not what?
Bow down thyself to them.
Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, man. You're supposed to bow down to them. You're not supposed to do the traditions that honor them and reverence them and, serve them. All throughout the Bible, God talks about our disobedience and wanting to serve the gods of the other nations, wanting to burn incense to them and to make sacrifices to them. And we sitting here in captivity in America today and all over the globe where the oppressor runs the world, and we do these very things. But the oppressor is so crafty and packaging it and delivering it in such a deceptive way that we don't even realize that that's what we're doing. You understand? Like if someone takes what they said, if someone puts poison in a cookie and then gives you the cookie to eat, and unbeknownst to you, it has the poison in it, and you eat the cookie and you cease to be alive. You understand? Did the cookie kill you? Huh? Was it the cookie no, it's what was bottled up inside of that cookie. That's what we do when we go and serve these other gods. That's why the Revelation says that we have to come out of her, my people, and be not partakers of her sins. She has taken her poisonous sins and bottled them up and tried to make them appealing, tried to make them seem very innocent, and just it's for the kids. What about the kids? We want to celebrate Christmas and worship Saturnalia for the kids. No, that we got to grow up. We got to do better than that if we're going to be serious and sincere about our service to the God of this Bible, to the God of Israel. He ain't with that. You understand? That's not an excuse. Keep reading, number 1.
Nor serve them.
Nor serve them. Go ahead.
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God.
Well, he's a jealous God. Get that through your head. Get that through your head, man. He don't play that with us, man. The Christian church thinks that these breaking these laws is a game, is a joke to the Most High. Oh, he's just all so merciful. He don't care, man. Those are just small things. It's just Christmas. It's just a Christmas card, huh? It's just a Christmas present. It's just a Christmas tree. It's just lights, huh? Look at the smiles on the kids' faces. The Most High destroys things for disobedience to him. You understand? Deuteronomy said that we would go through a hell of a time if we want to keep disobeying him. And we're going through that time right now. We are going through that time as we speak. And the only way to get out of that terrible time is to get back to serving him. So we got to put that nonsense down. We got to put these holidays down. We got to put those alternative lifestyles down. We got to stop that. We got to turn away from that stuff. You understand? Oh, we're gonna skip down one if I could to verse 7. Aliyah, you're gonna hold that for the end, okay? Go ahead.
Verse 7. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain,
Go ahead.
for the Lord will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
All right. So anybody know what that means? Don't take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Aliyah.
Don't say his name a lot for no reason.
Khan. Yeah, we definitely. Well, one, it's important that you even know the name of the Most High. All right. Um, it's astonishing at how I don't know a Christian that knows the name of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, in the Hebrew, I should say, in the Hebrew. All right. But what this scripture is talking about is not when you know His name, and we know His name in Hebrew to be Yahweh. All right. You can find that in the book of Psalms, I believe, chapter 83, verse 18. You understand? Actually, Ali, I'll go ahead and pull that real quick if I could. We don't use the Most High's name loosely. We don't put it on T-shirts. We don't put it in we don't just throw His name around casually in everyday conversation. What did Birdman say? Put some respect on my name, huh? That's how that's what the Most High, you know what I'm saying, is talking about. He's like don't just like my name isn't like means something. My name is important. Don't you just go running around just running just jabbering and just spitting it out like it's a damn pronoun or it's a adjective or an adverb. Like in ISUPK, we use the Most High's name when we pray, which is a very valid time to use His name. You understand? That is a very relevant time to use His name in prayer. All right. As well as for teaching purposes, because people do not know what the Most High's name is. He has a name. You understand? And a lot of people don't know. We'll go over it real quick. Aliyah, you got that? Yeah, 83 and 18. Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 83, verse 18. That men may know that thou.
All right, that men may know that thou, go ahead.
Whose name alone.
This is His name. Like it's like this is His name. You're gonna say the Hebrew.
Is Yahweh.
Is what?
Yahweh.
Is what?
Yahweh.
Is Yahweh. All right. Yahweh. All right, that's His name, Yahweh. Go ahead.
Art the Most High.
Art what?
The Most High.
Read.
The most over all the earth.
Over all the earth. All right. That's why with us, like in casual conversation, you know what I'm saying? Like most time we'll just say the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Why don't we say His name? Why do we say the Most High instead of saying His name? As often as we say the Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. Oh, you just had a baby. Oh, Most High in Christ. Just graduated. Most High in Christ. You understand? Like what? Oh, you want to start coming to class? Oh, Most High in Christ. Oh, brother just got his name. Brother's a trooper now. Most High in Christ. Officer just passed. Brother just passed that officer's test. Most High in Christ. Why do we say Most High rather than His name? It's right. We're talking about it, sis. Get that sister a hand. You're not supposed to use His name in vain. It's the third commandment. You understand? All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move off of that one, man. Verse 4. Not verse 4. I'm a one. You go ahead and pick up where you left off in Exodus. Tell us where we're at. Go ahead.
Remember the Sabbath.
The whole book, chapter, and verse. Baba Kashar.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
Mm-hmm. Do what?
Remember the Sabbath day
Do what?
to keep it holy.
It says, remember the Sabbath day. So here we go. Anybody know what the Sabbath day is? What is the Sabbath day? What day of the week is the Sabbath? Amawan?
Saturday.
It's Saturday. It's the last day of the week. It's the seventh day. It's the last day of the week. You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to, when the Most High was, creating the world, right? He on the seventh day he rested. It's that seventh day. It's that last day of the week. It's the Sabbath. So, for teachers, like, so you understand, and it starts at sundown on Friday. So from sundown Friday until sundown Saturday, that time period is the Sabbath. Does everybody understand? That's the Sabbath day. Well, when do Christians attend church? Huh? When do Catholics attend mass? Huh? Aliyah? Sunday. Damn. Was that strike 4? Strike 5? Listen, we this ain't looking good. This ain't looking good. It says, remember the Sabbath day, keep up. And with that being said, okay, all right. So just take, all right. We the Sabbath is Saturday, but they go on Sundays. All right, no sweat. What about the high holy days? What about those days that the Most High said that we're supposed to honor and remember? Huh? Those feast days. Anybody ever heard of the Passover? Does the church keep the Passover? What about the memorial blowing of the trumpets? That's a high holy day. That is a day that is a Sabbath unto you, according to the Bible. Thou shalt do no servile work therein. Well, do we do that in the Christian church? You even hear about it in the Christian church? Damn. How do we overlook all of the damn commandments up inside the Christian church, and there's only 10 that you claim to believe in and follow? Day of Atonement. Oh, y'all know about that Day of Atonement. What a glorious day, huh? Well, what a powerful day. The Christian church knows nothing about the Day of Atonement. Neither does Governor Jeff Landry, huh? And neither will any of those kids in those poor schools if they aren't Black, Latino, or Native American and tuning in and checking in with the ISUPK and getting all of your biblical and moral instruction from the real men of the Lord. Everybody understand that? Huh. We're getting close. Let's try the next one. I'm a wine. Go down to I just explained 10 and 11. Verse 10 and 11. You could drop down to verse 12 if you could.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Do what?
Honor thy father and thy mother.
One more time.
Honor thy father and thy mother.
Honor thy father and thy mother. Well, that's one that Christians can agree on. Huh? That's one we can get behind, right? Everybody can get behind that one, right? Huh? America checks out with that? Huh? Society checks out with that one? Yeah. What about the LGBTQ movement? What about that gender reveal? Huh? What about that relationship that led to the birth of that child? That man and that woman? Doesn't a father anticipate that his son go and do the same thing? That his daughter go and do the same thing? Like down the road, like isn't that how families are supposed to survive and lineages are supposed to continue? That boy, that carries his name, shouldn't he carry on that name? Isn't that something that a father looks forward to? Well, society says and the government says No, your child gets to choose whatever the hell they want to do. They get to be whatever it is that they want to be. Hmm? To live their truth. Huh? They get to be their authentic self. Now it's going to take some pills and some surgery to become that authentic self, but how is that honoring your mother and your father when you can go and become something absolutely unnatural? That's that questionable at least. I'm just saying. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Try to. You understand? Here we go. Yeah. Oh, there we go. All the children of Israel, you understand, all 12 tribes, we have a culture that the Most High has, uh, commanded for us. You understand? He has a way that we're supposed to live and conduct ourselves, a way that we're supposed to be, a way that we're supposed to eat, a way that we're supposed to love, a way that we're supposed to trust and not trust, a way that we're supposed to behave. And all of those things are a part of our heritage. You understand? That culture. You understand? Like we are blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel who have a heritage and an inheritance given to us by the Most High. Everybody understand that? How do we honor our mother and our father when we abandon that heritage? When we disregard the do you understand the sacrifice that Abraham was willing to make? And why the Most High said, you know what? I rock with you. You understand? Like you are gonna be my people. You understand? Your sons, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all the way down. Like you are gonna be the ones that are, you know what I'm saying, that I'm gonna have a covenant with. Not everybody else. You're gonna be my people, and these are the things you're gonna do. This is how you're gonna behave. These are the things you're gonna eat. These are the things you're not to eat. This is how you're going to dress. This is how you're not going to dress. You understand? Like there is a lifestyle and a culture that we're supposed to embrace. We're supposed to take it on. We're supposed to rock it, man. And you're not going to learn how to rock it, um, outside of the ISUPK. You're not going to learn how to rock it at all. You're gonna go up inside that Christian church, and you brothers are gonna learn how to be effeminate, man. They're going to teach you to be soft. It's biblical. It talks about it. I could pull it if you want it, but I think for time's sake we might, wait on it. Men are supposed to be masculine. You understand? There's a way that men are supposed to be. Our sisters are supposed to be delicate. They're supposed to be tender, loving, caring. They're supposed to be bad bitches, huh? You're not supposed to be hot girl summer and this year's thought of the summer. You know what I'm saying? No, that ain't. There's a way we're supposed to behave. There's a better lifestyle. We're not supposed to eat anything that moves. We're supposed to have discretion about what we put into our bodies and what we eat. Other people will eat bats and rats and cats and dogs. Do you understand that? And pigs and lobster and shrimp and crab. We're supposed to have discretion. There is a heritage that the Most High gave us with this law, this wisdom, and we abandon it. How's that honoring your mother and your father, man? How's that honoring our forefathers? How's that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that honoring Abraham, who was willing to sacrifice his son out of obedience to the Most High? Huh? Like, how honorable is it to piss on that? How honorable is it to piss on Yahweh Shai or Christ? You can take that hat off. You understand? How honorable is that? It's not honorable at all, man. To go and break all of these laws, following behind other nations for their inheritance of what? A drug addiction, STDs, Huh? Broken families, toxic relationships. That's what we pursue. We abandon the righteous culture that the Most High gave us to go be what? Pimps and thugs and drug dealers and whores. Nah, that's not honoring your mother and your father at all. We're gonna move on for time's sake. I'm a one.
That thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God gives
Listen,
thee.
when the Most High breathed the breath of life into Adam, it was the laws. You understand? It was his instructions that made him live and not just be a carnal beast out here just struggling to survive. We're not living when we're damn zombies walking up and down the street high on fentanyl. That's not living. Laying with a different man, 3 times a day, like meals, different men. That's not living, sis. That's death, man. That's not it. There's a better way to live. You understand? And righteousness is the only way. All right. Go ahead, Amawan.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 13.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not kill.
Okay, here we go.
Verse 14.
No, thou shalt. Did we get that done? Huh? Do Christians even understand that? Huh? Thou shalt not. Thou shalt not. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna have to breeze through this one for TikTok's sake. The term is murder. All right, thou shalt not do that. Can you defend yourself? Even if it means taking the life of someone who's trying to take yours. Yeah, you can do that. Christians don't believe that. You understand? Christians believe you're supposed to just, take that, turn the other cheek type stuff, that's a rough one. Nah, you're not supposed to do that. All right. You're supposed to defend yourself. All right. That does America. Oh Lord, there it goes. I knew they were gonna get me. All I did was spell it. Does think about all the wars that America's involved in. You understand? Damn, here we go. We got think about since we're talking about America, think about the Native Americans. Huh? Think about their relationship with them. How'd that fare? Huh? Those the 10 commandments that Governor Jeff wants to stand on? Huh? Thou shalt not KI double hockey sticks. But this is their lifestyle. This is what they do. They are all about this. All right, moving on for time's sake and not getting clip sake. Go ahead.
Verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
Okay. Anybody know what that means? Anybody know what adultery is? Aliyah.
While they're married and while you're
Not entirely. You're about 80% correct. It's almost like it's only one way to really word this to be absolutely exact. Someone else want to take a crack at it? Young man, Mark.
Adultery is you live in the world and you sleep around with people when you're not married.
Valiant effort, yet incorrect. We're gonna clear it up. Anybody else? All right. So all right, I'm gonna read it out of the Zondervan Compact Dictionary. It says adultery. In the Old Testament, it's TikTok. It's one person in there. If that one person report me, you something else. In the Old Testament, sexual intercourse, usually of a man who's married or unmarried. So a married man could commit adultery, or an unmarried man could commit adultery. But it's always with the wife of another. So when a man, whether he's married or not, has a relationship with a woman that is already married to someone else, that's adultery. You understand? That's pretty much where it stops. That's pretty much it. So what else do we learn about adultery? Adultery is not when a man, married or unmarried, has a relationship with another woman. That's not adultery. Now, according to America, what is it? Cheating, huh? Stepping out. What do they call it? An affair. It's adultery. An entanglement. Raise your hand next time, right? But that's according to the Bible, a man can have more than one woman. That's not adultery. A woman who's married, who deals with another man, is adultery. Everybody get that? So does the court system even have that right? Does the Christian church even have adultery right? It's only 10. You took away 603 laws, whittled it down to 10, and have we gotten any of them right? And we're running out. We're running out. Oh man, I was gonna get into the divorce rates and things like that. Let me get Matthew 5 and 32 for time's sake. We got time. We got time. We got time. Today we got time. We're gonna make time. Matthew 5 and 32. Baba Kasha. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 32.
Uh-huh.
But I say unto you.
What color are these words? They're red. Everybody know what it means when the words are red, right? That's Christ himself speaking. This is what he's breaking down. Read it again.
But I say unto you.
Read.
That whosoever shall put away his wife.
Said whosoever shall put away his wife. That means like leave her. You know what I'm saying? You know, see, leave her. Read.
Saving for the cause of fornication.
Except for the cause of fornication. All right, anybody know what fornication is? Fornication, just for time's sake, is unlawful actual activity. You understand? And unlawful. So that would be your rainbow, all of that, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of them letters that fall under the rainbow, all that is fornication. You understand? And that adultery that we talked about. You're married and you go deal with another man. Shame on you, sis. He said, if any man leaves her outside of those things. So if you leave her because she's running her mouth, if you leave her because, she keeps spending up all your money, huh? If you leave her because she don't cook and clean, you understand? If you leave her because, she don't, I don't know. You don't like that she's gained some weight. If you leave her because what does the government give you? What is it? Irreconcilable differences, huh? If you leave her for those types of things because y'all just argue all the time and she don't respect you, read. Causeth her to commit adultery. What does he do? Causeth her to commit adultery. That man that just gets fed up with her and leaves her just because he's tired of hearing her mouth, you cause her to commit adultery. So when you go to the courthouse, you say, I'm sick of her. She says, fine. And they sign that paper and they leave. Read. Causes her to commit adultery. Read. And whosoever shall marry her. Read that again. And whosoever shall marry her. So the next person that comes along, so we beefing, and I'm just like, forget it. I'm packing my clothes, good riddance. And then someone else comes and marries her. Read. That is divorce. What is it? Divorce. What is it? Divorce. That is divorced. Read. Committed adultery. Right. So it says, let me read it together, right? It says, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced So you think you're divorced because we can't get along? Huh? You think you're divorced because you signed your little sloppy signature on some paperwork? Huh? You think you're divorced? Well, the next man that marries you, guess what you've done? You've committed adultery, sis. But in America, in this society, that's all normal. That happens at a rate of about. It's funny because 41% of those first marriages fail within about 4 years. You got to silence that phone, brother. 41% of those first marriages fail, and then those second marriages, because they then go and get married again. They go get married for a second time. 60% of those fail, and surely they stop there. No, they don't stop there. They go get married a third time. Anybody want to take a guess? That third marriage, 73%. It gets easier and easier to leave and abandon and quit and start over. It gets easier and easier. Not to mention, 70% of these divorces are filed by women. Huh? They could talk that economic nonsense all they want. We know why these women be leaving these men and filing for these divorces, because she went through his phone and she was sorely unpleased with the pleasantries that were exchanged between her man and some other B word. Yeah. That's America's. But according to the Bible, sister, you lay with that man, that is your husband until you are TikTok unalived. You understand? Until you till it's over. And that's honorable. That's an honorable existence. As you and your fourth and fifth baby daddy and your 10th marriage, and that's not, you can't tell me that's living. That's not life. That's hell. Trust me. Never mind. I'm gonna talk about some other stuff. Goddamn Father's Day, sister sending out group texts. I saw it. I'm not making this up. I saw this. It was a whole stink about it online, social media. Sister sent all her baby daddies one happy Father's Day text in a group chat. Yeah, the brother says, "See, that's I'm talking about." Salaki. One for time's sake. Go ahead. Let's get this text from man.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 15.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not steal.
Thou shalt not what?
Steal.
Say that again.
Thou shalt not steal. Good
night. Surely we don't steal here in America, right? Surely the politicians and the forefathers, and the governors and the senators and the president do not steal. They do not embezzle. They do not commit fraud. They do not commit extortion. They don't do these things, huh? They don't rip people off. They don't hustle people, huh? They're not. They don't run scams and take advantage of needy, vulnerable people. They would never, huh? It's kind of foundational, ain't it? When it comes to this red, white, and blue nonsense, you just think about their relationship with the Native Americans, huh? Did they steal from them? Yeah, how about everything? Huh? How about everything? They stole everything. Good night. I got to tell you about these pastors, huh? I got to tell you how these pastors just finesse the bank accounts to single digits of elderly people, huh? And sick people and hungry people and desperate people. I have to tell you how they take advantage. That's theft, huh? Goddamn pastor talking about up there talking about, put money in this bucket. I'll pray for you and your cancer's gone. Are you smoking? What? Huh? Put money in this bucket. I'll pray for you and you're going to beat that court case. Yeah, like this is, it's disgusting what they do and how they steal and lie. Come on, man. And then they make a whole damn holiday around it. Thanksgiving. Listen, boy, he's an arrogant something. The oppressor is so arrogant. He steal everything from the Native American and then have a whole holiday that we practice to this day that says, thanks for giving that to us. As if they gave it to, like, that's no different than me, than the jack boy or a carjacker run up on you at the light, put a stick in your face, make you get out the car, and as he's pulling off says, thanks for giving me your car. Huh? Come on, man. That's a whole strong arm robbery. And you talking about thanks for giving this to me. They steal, man. And we follow after them. We pattern our lives after them. We want to be just like them. The damn mafia, we want to be like the mafia and all of their wicked extortion and you understand? Was that show BMF? Black Mafia Family? Want to be just like the Italians and the mob, you know, just damn hooligans and just terrible people, man, that just hurt people, selling that poison so they could get a dollar, you know, so they could get a car. You know what I'm saying? For their riches and their gain. It's disgusting, man. We could do better. We could do better than this. Damn, we threw 8 of the commandments. Go ahead, read the next one real quick.
Verse 16. Thou shalt not bear false witness.
Thou shalt not do what?
Bear false witness.
Thou shalt not do what?
Bear false witness.
Read.
Against thy neighbor.
So you ain't supposed to be lying on your neighbor. You're not supposed to say you saw your neighbor do something. You ain't supposed, you know, you're not that they didn't do. You're not supposed to lie on people. You know what I'm saying? Like and who are the real Israelites? Who are the Jews? Huh? Young man Mark. Yeah, but what does society think the real Jews are? Yeah, you understand? So you know, that's even to have this whole history and this whole cover up about who we are. You understand where we come from? We are not African. You understand? We are not African. We were sold by Africans. We were in captivity, you know what I'm saying, of the Africans and the Egyptians. Like, don't you understand there's a difference between, can you at least admit that there's a difference between the Israelites and the Egyptians? Like, there's clearly a difference there. We were in captivity in Egypt. There was a difference. Why do these things get covered up? Why do these things get hidden? Huh? Why do lies get made up about us and lies get made up about other people where the identities get switched? Yeah, that's good. Keep reading.
Verse 17.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Man, all right, it goes and lists a whole bunch of things. Anybody know what it means to covet? I'm sure somebody will look it up real quick. Aliyah, did you get it? I didn't even look up. You always have it. You're quick with it. I'm a one has it. You'd be wrong. If you read the rest of them, read the rest of them if you want to use context. Go ahead, finish that verse.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maid servant, nor his ox, nor his ass, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
So what does it mean to covet those things that belong to your neighbor?
Should pretty much mean
Not
steal it.
Aliyah, what's covet?
Yearn to possess or have something.
That desire, like you want that. You're looking at it and you don't want your own. You're not inspired to go get your own. You're not inspired to go do your own thing to get your own just like it. You want his, huh? You travel over. Imagine traveling over to the Americas and saying, "Damn, this is some good land. They beat us here, though, but damn, I want it." What will you do if you covet something? Would you steal it? Would you kill for it? Would you hurt people for it? Would you lie about it? Yeah, these are dangerous things. So what can we do? Huh? Out of these 10 commandments, which of these 10 commandments will we get outside of this nation and their norms and their expectations and the things that they say is right and not right, like following their morals and standards? Which of these 10 commandments we're going to follow behind them? What about the Christian church? Which of the 10 commandments can we get truly follow and learn about sitting up in there with tambourines and damn love songs to God about? It's a joke, man. They whittled the 613 laws down to damn 10 and then disregard all 10 of them. If you tired of being, Aliyah, we're gonna get one more scripture. Let me get Luke 12:1. Let me get Luke 12:1. We're gonna get that's gonna be the last one. We gotta get out of here. You got it.
Luke 12, verse 1.
Go ahead.
Chapter 12, verse 1. In the meantime, when there were gathered together an innumerable multitude of people, it's so much that they trode one upon another.
So there's a gathering. There's a gathering. A lot of people have gathered together so much, like, you know, they say standing room only. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like packed in there like sardines. Read.
He began to say unto his disciples.
This is Christ's sake. This is what Christ starts to teach. Go ahead.
First of all.
So he's talking to his disciples. He's saying, listen. Go ahead.
Beware ye.
Do what?
Beware ye.
Do what?
Beware ye.
Be careful. Be careful, man. There is something you better watch out for. Because Christ was a watchman. He looked out for all the traps and snares that his brothers and his people could fall into, and he warned them about them. He said, hold on, don't do this, don't do that. That LGBTQ movement, watch out for that. Don't fall for that. The rainbows, and I know they have the whole Pride Month, and everybody's all whoop whoop about it. Nah, don't fall for that. That's a trap. You sisters, that feminist movement, women empowerment, we should be equal. We want equality with men and all. Don't fall for that. Sounds good. Trust me, that you don't want to be equal with no man. You don't want a man's hardship. You don't want that. So that's what he's doing. Telling me, watch out. Be careful of this. Read.
Of the leaven of the Pharisees.
Of what?
Of the leaven of the Pharisees.
Leaven of the Pharisees. In the Bible, you had Sadducees, Pharisees, and scribes. You had people who were your politicians and your pastors, you know what I mean, your clergy members, the people that were in high society, people that called the shots. They made the rules. And he said, beware of them, the leaven of them, that thing that gives them the power, that thing that puffs them up, that things that make people again, that gives them all of the traction to do all the wickedness that they desire, to run all the schemes, to hurt all the people that they hurt, to scam all these people. The thing that allows them to do that, the thing that really gives them the teeth is what?
The leaven of the Pharisees.
The leaven is what? Which is? Keep reading. Which is what? Which is what? Anybody know what hypocrisy is? Aliyah? Yeah, they say one thing but do another. You understand? Hypocrisy, goddamn walking contradiction. That's what you are. That's hypocrisy. Your pastor's full of hypocrisy. He has that mega church because he's a hypocrite. He claims he's teaching from the Bible. He claims he's teaching the word of the Most High. He is not. He's running a Ponzi scheme on the entire congregation. He's in there fishing. There's a damn story about a 63-year-old pastor who just married an 18-year-old girl that was attending his church's school since she was 13. And as soon as she turned 18 and was old enough to sign the paperwork, his disgusting behind married her. He's a hypocrite. You're supposed to be protecting these children. No, you're fishing. You're grooming. You're a predator. You understand? The leaven of the Pharisees is hypocrisy. Mark, he was 63. All right. So that's one thing that we do not do in the ISUPK on the Commander General Yohana. This is no place for hypocrisy. You can go to the Christian church and slap tambourines and do whatever you want and be the biggest hypocrite on earth. And here, it will not stand. We are here to serve the Most High in spirit and in truth. And we hold each other to that. You understand? We want to honor our father and our mother. You understand? We want to serve the God of the Bible and no other gods. You understand? We don't want to kill our brothers, selling them poison, and kill our sisters, you know what I mean, by turning them into whores. We don't want to do that. We got to learn to love each other. That's what's in here. That's what Christ pushed. All the commandments hinge on our love for one another, treating each other better than their example. You understand? Christ said in Matthew 17, he said, except our righteousness exceeds the righteousness of the Pharisees. That whatever they talking, whatever they end up doing, like what they consider righteous. Now we gotta be exceptional. We gotta go beyond that because they're full of it. All right. So if you want to learn how to not be full of it, not be a hypocrite, and goddamn, at least be able to keep 10 commandments. Coming to the ISUPK on the Commander General Yohana. We got classes 5 nights a week from 7 to 9. ISUPK.com. You can probably get anything anywhere. We here in Maryland. We on the Eastern Shore. We have classes here at the Somerset County Library, 11767 Beechwood Street in Princess Anne, Maryland, from 5 to 6. We got another class coming up from 7 to 9 in Baltimore. That's ISUPK B-More, Baltimore. Look it up. All the social media. We have another class coming up tonight. All right. So with that, I'll say Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shabaraka Thumb to the Akim. Yahweh Shema Allah Thumb Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah to the Akwathim. Shalom, Israel.